Hey, good morning to you. Good afternoon. Mark again here at WeatherMan Plus. It is Wednesday, April 21st, and we have a lot of things going on. In fact, we have a tornado watch for the Northeast, as well as this snowfall and this cold air that is coming in, which I'm showing that we do have a good chance for another blast coming in May, as well as a tornado threat for the South and the Southeast. Now, it has really gone up. Not only is it 15% for Texas for Friday going into Louisiana and Mississippi, then Saturday going all the way from Louisiana all the way to Alabama and the Panhandle of Florida. Now it's grown all the way to South Carolina. And there's another day outlook for 15% after that time, once again starting in Texas. So as usual, I will put the timestamps in the description right below the video. So if you need to go to just certain parts, please use the timestamps. Matter of fact, if you do like the timestamps in the description, if it does help you, give me a like on the video. Let me know to keep them going that you do use them. Now let me get into everything I have for you. I have a lot of good information that you need to know. Now the two videos I have for you on the left is hourly from the Euro. It shows you the Ohio Valley and the Northeast, what's going to happen for the rest of this snowfall. Also in yesterday's video, I did impacts and timing by the hour for each area. So if you want more detail about the snowfall that is going on today into tomorrow, watch the video from yesterday. That way you'll see what's going on. I'm not going to be covering that today. Today is going to be the tornado threat and the cold air that is coming, and that's coming again later on. And if you've never been here before, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Mark. I do upload every single day, except Friday afternoons into Saturday. That's when I take my Sabbath. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Now our outlook for today, all these green areas that you see here is thunderstorms that you will be getting today. And we are in a slight risk for severe thunderstorms for the Northeast. And it's going all the way from Massachusetts all the way down to Virginia. Plus we have a 2% chance for tornadoes today, and I will go through that for you as well. Now for tomorrow, you do have thunderstorms in this green, all these green areas, but there is no tornado for tomorrow. Now once you get into Friday, that's when things are really going to start ramping up. You will have thunderstorms in all this green area here, but now you're in a marginal and a slight risk for severe thunderstorms in the south and the southeast. So for Friday, you have a 5% chance in this brown area to get tornadoes for Friday. And now you have this 15% for tornadoes, and we have a significant chance for tornadoes Friday as well, and I will go through that for you. And now going into Saturday, instead of all the way from Louisiana to the Panhandle of Florida and Alabama and Georgia, now it's going into Georgia and South Carolina as well for a 15% chance for tornadoes. And if you remember that big anomaly I showed you for the potential velocity anomaly of a lot of hectic storms or one big storm that can be going on, real soon, I will go over that as well. National Weather Service is picking that up also, and now day 7, this is where a surface low pressure is going to build up and start these storms all over again, and they have another 15% outlook for day 7 for tornadoes. But your 2% chance from National Weather Service for tornadoes today, the main populated cities is New York, Newark, New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, Yonkers, New York, and Springfield, Massachusetts. And if you look at your composite reflectivity for what's going to happen later on today, you can see right around 1 p.m. for the Northeast, you start getting some storms that do build up on eastern New York as it moves across to the New England states. As a matter of fact, I'm showing that as far as the Cape values go, and I will go through that these storms actually build up even worse as it goes along. And by 4 p.m. today, the storms will move across Massachusetts, Connecticut, Vermont, and it will move to the east, and it will start to calm down. But the worst part is from 11 a.m. this morning all the way to 4 o'clock this afternoon as far as this tornado threat, especially at 2 p.m. You can see that you have a nasty little hail core from the storm right there, and that is all formed from that surface low pressure that is moving to the northeast, dropping the snowfall and rain. And when we go through the Cape values for today, you can see the Cape values are really weak. And as you go through your morning into the afternoon, that's when it really starts to grow up. Now you're getting over 1,200 joules. Once you get around 3 p.m., it starts to weaken off and go away. Right around 2 p.m. really shows where the cells are getting strong. It's the strongest of your Cape values. You are up to 1,200. There's a chance for a tornado from 2 to 4 p.m., especially in those times today. Now you see here that your tornado perimeters are very small. As you go from 11 o'clock into noon and 1 o'clock today, it gets to your strongest, especially by 2 p.m. You have a little over 1, almost a 2, but that's still, even though it's low, that's your best chance for tornadoes today. So really I'm showing from noon to 2 and 3 o'clock is your best times for tornadoes, because by 4 p.m. your values are so short. Maybe southern Maine, keep your eye open for that. An update on that velocity potential, which will be a strong surface low pressure somewhere in our country. Now it's showing that right here on the 60W, which is the central to east coast, not only do you see a strong from the 26th all the way down to the 3rd of May, you do see a couple anomalies also connected with it. Now what this means is that you're going to have a surface low pressure start up, and just like I figured is what I see. Remember what I told y'all, that it looks like maybe a high pressure will block and this thing will just sit there and spin for a while. Well, it does on the east coast. It don't strengthen into something dangerous, but at the same time, while this is strengthening up in the northeast because it is getting blocked by a high pressure, you have another surface low pressure that builds up in the central U.S., and then towards the end of this run, around May 2nd, May 3rd, you have another surface low pressure towards the central U.S. once again. And when we look at the AO to see what our Arctic Oscillation says as far as this cold air, it's actually great news for the southeast. Yesterday just showed that it was almost to a 3, almost past a 3, a -3 on the tilt, which shows that it will go deeper into the south with this cold air. The update this morning, and I will show you temperatures. It goes all the way down to only a -2. -2 is still far enough, but once again, if you remember from the previous videos, this right here on the 26th and 27th is a different cold anomaly coming in from the southwest. What you have is all the way from the 21st down to the 24th right here, really the 23rd, that little dip. So it's not going to go far enough. So southeast, I'm not even showing that you probably won't be into freezing temperatures. Only one model is showing that, and I will show you. And at the same time, it's not showing that it's going too deep into our country yet as far as the AO shows, but it is still a little too far. But as we get into the end of April, into the beginning of May, there is another little dip of possible cold air that could come in once again. And the AO from the Euro also agrees that once you go from the 21st down to about the 23rd, 24th, that's where your cold air is going to be coming that you're getting now. And it's not going to be too cold. It's going to be right to a -1. But it also agrees that right around the 26th and 27th is your deepest for your AO. And I will show you that is going to be the southwest. Now this is your 500 millibar height. This lets us know all the cold air that is going around the North Pole as it comes in. And this is our cold air anomaly that we have this morning. Actually, the freezing temperatures is that purple. That's freezing on our 2 meter level. But when you look up here, this is what it looks like. It looks scarier than it actually is. But as it moves through today, you see how the freezing temperatures backs off. It don't go as far south as it did, and I'll show you that. It sucks up very quickly and then heads to the northeast. Matter of fact, when it gets to the northeast, you can see the freezing cold temperatures do come down even worse than whatever everybody else is getting right now. The coldest was around the 26th and the 27th, and right here on the 25th, you see we start going into a negative phase with this cold Arctic air that is going to be coming down into our country. And right around the 26th to the 27th is where its deepest is going to be. But at the same time, you can see also the strength is gone. So it's not going to be a strong Arctic air if it does hit us again. And you see it swing up. Don't worry, Texas. This is not even close to freezing temperatures. You're still in the 50s right here. So don't get worried about this second one coming over you just yet. I'm not showing it's a threat yet. But for the other dip that is possible from the end of April to the beginning of May, once again, we do need to update this, but it does show that we could get another cold anomaly come down from the end of April to the beginning of May, and it could go all the way deep again. It looks like it loses its strength, but we will need to update. That's too far along. This could easily be pulled even further south and southeast, so we will see. What I like about it is going on a high ridge at that time, and it does get pulled away. So we just need a little update as far as the potency on that one. And this is a shot from 850 millibars. This is right around 4 o'clock this morning, and you can see all the cold air coming into our country. And this is a shot for tomorrow, so you can see what your temperatures are, and it does go all the way to the mid-Atlantic and the northeast. So it will bring this cold air all the way across, and it will be fast. Now, according to the NAM3K, as of 7 o'clock this morning Central Time, this is the freezing temperatures that everybody's waking up to. It's somewhere in the 30s to even almost the 20s. I'll show you that for northern Texas, as it goes across. But you can see how it's pretty much a high, good ridge. Ohio Valley, all y'all freezing. Even the Northeast is starting to get into freezing temperatures. Matter of fact, Northeast and northern Texas will be in cold temperatures the longest. Southeast won't even feel this that much. That is good news for y'all. But early this morning, according to the NAM 3K, you are possibly in the upper 20s to freezing conditions. Pretty good far down in Texas. You're pretty cold conditions starting off this Arctic blast. Now, according to the Canadian model, which is, of course, the worst case scenario, it looks like your temperatures this morning could be in the 20s for northern Texas, as it brings 30s all the way through central Texas, close to Dallas, which I'm showing Dallas, you actually have a big problem with this tornado threat that is going to be coming. And you can see how the deep south is still in the high 30s to the 40s, so it didn't get them freezing, so that's good news for them. And especially with the wind chill, it's definitely going to feel cold. It's going to feel like you're in the 20s for sure, all the way in the south, as well as the whole Midwest and the mountains. Matter of fact, the Ohio Valley, some places is going to feel like they're in the teens this morning with that wind chill coming in. But even the northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, with the wind chill, you might feel like you're in the 30s this morning, but that's not your temperatures. But the wind chill can make the 30-degree feel go all the way down into Texas pretty deep. So it will be a cold wind chill this morning. However, it will warm back up. And you can see northern Louisiana feels like you're in the 30s. Northern Mississippi feels like the upper 20s to the lower 30s, as well as Alabama and Tennessee. Everybody feels pretty cold this morning. But like I said, your temperatures will warm back up today. Your hottest temperatures that I show that you will get will definitely be right back into the 50s for the south. It'll be into the 40s for the central U.S., into the Ohio Valley and the Northeast, where it starts going down to the 30s because you have that snowstorm that is passing by. And for tomorrow, which was showing the worst case scenario for the deep south as far as your freezing conditions, according to the NAM 3K, Texas is going to be in the upper 30s, as well as the deep south is going to be in the 40s for your temperatures. So that's great news for you guys. Matter of fact, the AO backed off real good to where it's just hitting Texas and then it's going straight to the Northeast. It's not even going to drag a little bit to the south. So y'all should be all right through this blast. And the temperatures for tomorrow looks like it's getting way better. Now you're in the 40s, as well as northern Texas in the high 30s. But if you look at the deep south, now you're in the 40s, where it showed you had freezing conditions a few days ago. So that's really great news for the people down there trying to plant things. And you can see how it drags all the way across, all the way to Georgia, all the way to South Carolina, all the way to North Carolina. All y'all going to be in the 40s tomorrow. It will not be the 30s. That's according to the NAM 3K. Even when I look at the Canadian model, which usually shows the worst case scenario as far as your temperatures go so far, it's even agreeing that by tomorrow, y'all going to be in the upper 30s now. Even the deep south is going to be in the upper 30s to almost the 40s. So it will not be freezing conditions for y'all. That is good news. And you can see where the line is right here, where it didn't go all the way down according to the Canadian model as far as cold conditions. It's showing us right around northern Arkansas, Tennessee, western North Carolina, where you're getting around Asheville and all those cities and the higher altitudes, and then it curves up. So even portions of Tennessee could see high 20s right below 30s for tomorrow, with a chance for northern Alabama, northern Georgia, and one spot in northern Mississippi that could see a 32-degree temperature that won't last long. It will warm up. And for tomorrow, according to NAM 3K, this is your temperatures for the Ohio Valley. You can see that everybody, NAM 3K is showing that Tennessee will not be in freezing conditions. The Canadian model showed the 30s and the high 20s possibility. So that's only on them. Everybody else shows that it's going to be northern Kentucky and the Ohio Valley that will be in the freezing conditions to the high 20s as it goes to the Northeast as well. And the Northeast temperatures will be intercoastal for your freezing conditions. You can see how everybody else along the southern half of it or the coast half will be above freezing. Even with the wind chill for tomorrow, it does not put the south into any kind of worry as far as temperatures. I'm still showing y'all going to be in the 30s to the low 40s, so that's great. It will once again put northern Texas feeling freezing again into the 20s. That's with the wind chill, but your temperatures will not be freezing for tomorrow. Maybe the extreme north, but that's about it. As well as the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and the Northeast feeling like they're in the 20s with the wind chill. But everyone in the South is well into the 30s and the 40s, and the only people that's going to feel this cold wind chill will be northern Texas. You might feel like you're in the upper 20s, maybe the lower 30s for northern Texas for tomorrow. But even with the wind chill, South Carolina and North Carolina, y'all going to feel like y'all in the upper 30s, maybe lower 40s. So it will be a cold chill for tomorrow. And when you get a look at the close-up on the Northeast, I know I've been saying this for a couple of days, but even though you're not in freezing temperatures for like New Jersey, Long Island, Delaware, you will feel like you're in the 20s with this wind chill. And everyone that is in the freezing temperatures, you will feel like you're in the teen temperatures from this wind chill tomorrow. But once again, it will be quick, it will go through very fast, and you will warm up tomorrow to some very warm temperatures. Even the Northeast will be in the 40s. And by Friday, it's done swooped all the way through. Everybody else is good in the South. Midwest has some cold temperatures. The West Coast has some 40s. Ohio Valley, you will be in your 30s again. And the Northeast will be in your 30s as well for Friday. But I'm not showing it to be too bad freezing conditions. It will be hit and miss. But it won't be as bad as what you're getting today and tomorrow. In fact, on Friday, you can see your temperatures has gone down greatly. A lot of people are in the mid-30s, while some people are in the freezing conditions on the intercoastal of the Northeast and Ohio. But a lot of people are in the mid-30s, and it will start warming up at this point. But to let you know every possibility, according to the Canadian model, again, that by Friday on the 23rd, that the Ohio Valley could be in the 20s again. So it is a possibility, and it will drag to the Northeast. And it's still showing the pretty mid-30s to almost high 30s for a lot of people in the Northeast for Friday. But the Canadian model has confirmed that it could be high 20s to freezing conditions for the northern Ohio Valley and the intercoastal of the Northeast. So just be aware that it is a possibility. And your wind chill on Friday will put the Midwest feeling like they're somewhat in the 20s. Ohio Valley, you will feel like you're in the upper 20s as well as the Northeast with the wind chill. And the wind chill will make a lot of y'all feel like you're almost freezing conditions in the 30s. But from Indiana, Ohio, and on, even lower Michigan, will feel like you're in the 20s from the wind chill for Friday. And the wind chill will put the Northeast feeling like you're well into the 20s all over the Northeast. Now, this is for Friday. And remember, we do have that second dip that so far is showing the Southwest from the 26th to the 27th. I will update you, and as another possibility, the end of April, beginning of May, for another Arctic blast. And for the end of April and the beginning of May, right around the 2nd, we could have another possibility that another Arctic blast could swing on through. So I will update you guys. Plus, we have that tornado threat that we need to worry about for Friday and Saturday. That really could be a bigger problem than we anticipated. Matter of fact, it's shown that we actually have a significant chance for tornadoes for Friday in this black area. That is a significant chance. The cities that are in this significant chance for tornadoes for Friday is Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and Arlington, Texas. And the main cities that are in this 15% chance for tornadoes is Houston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, and Fort Worth, Texas. And those storms that will start the tornado threat for Friday and Saturday is what kind of starts off this anomaly that we've been watching, guys. Because you can see right around the 26th is when it begins. Now, as we go through Friday, you can see here we get some storms pop up for eastern Texas, and we get a surface low pressure. And I'm showing you way up here from the North American view so you can see what's going to happen as far as these low pressures when they move around. Now, it will create the storms in the south and the southeast, and it will go towards the east coast of the mid-Atlantic for South Carolina and North Carolina. And you can see here how the surface low pressure tries to stay a surface low pressure. It goes back and forth from upper level low to surface low pressure. So there is some vorticity that is going on with these storms as it moves to the east coast. But once it runs off into the Atlantic, you see it starts strengthening up. And this is right around the 25th and 26th. This is the beginning of that anomaly. And it gets pretty strong for a good while for Northeast, even possibility for some winds. But as you can see here, like we said a few days ago, that it looks like it's going to get blocked by a high pressure. It does. It gets blocked by high pressure, and it sits there for a few days and just spins around and strengthens up. Now, while it does that, you can see that more surface low pressures do build up in the south. Now, this is for the 28th. All over again, that's why you have a 15% chance outlook for tornadoes once again for Texas and Oklahoma as it moves through. And the biggest problem we could have with that one is that one could actually stretch out because you have a surface low pressure up north, you have one up south, and it could elongate these storms where it brings all these storms well up into the Midwest while you have a surface low pressure in the south as well. And it could create two different storms while this one is still spinning. Then as these storms move through, you can see these storms stay strong and true to the Midwest and the South. So I believe this tornado threat will carry over the 7-day outlook that's in Texas. I believe that will carry over to the Southeast as well once again. Then we go through next Thursday into next Friday. You can see the storms are still strong. This storm is still spinning in the Northeast, still getting blocked by this high pressure. Matter of fact, when you get to the first, you can see the surface low pressure starts to move out to Midwest and the Southeast. And we do have somewhat a non-80 that does brew up, and it looks like it starts to weaken at first. But you can see it's still blocked. Here comes another high pressure, still blocking that system while it just strengthens and just rolls around for a while. And it looks like a possibility for another one. It's way too far, but at the same time, this is all the way to the 6th, and it's been blocked the whole time. So that theory shows true. Now let's go a little bit deeper into this tornado issue for the South and the Southeast that we will be having in a few days. And you can see here that it does move through real nice. A surface low pressure builds up. The vorticity stays with it. That's why I think it's stretched over to South Carolina now for the tornado watch. And you see it carries the energy on over to the mid-Atlantic as it goes off, and then goes up there and twirls for a few days, being blocked by that high pressure. If you try and get a little bit more detail of what could be going on with this system, you can see on Windy when you use the icon model that by Friday these storms are going to move through and get real strong, just like I thought, northern Louisiana, central Mississippi. And as it goes across, you can see it power up. This is a lot of power, a lot of heavy rain that could be passing with this storm as it strengthens towards central Mississippi for Friday evening into Saturday. Then it will carry across Alabama. It will strengthen even more with even more rainfall, but it stays center of these states the whole time. Then it carries over from Saturday evening all the way into South Carolina, Georgia. Then it goes off to the edge and be gone. But until then, this is a very strong storm that will be passing by, and it gets stronger as it goes into Saturday. Now, as we go through your Cape values for Friday, you can see how it strengthens up real good. It don't get super strong. They're right down right to 3,000 joules in this yellow, almost to this orange. But as you go through your evening, then it builds up all the way from Dallas down to San Antonio. And then as you go from Friday night into Saturday, then it's going to swing all these strong joules per kilogram, all these Cape values all over to the southeast and get even stronger. And when you look at the lightning flashes for what's going on with this storm, the lightning flashes do pop up around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but 7 p.m. is the strongest. And then you can see it swing over to the southeast with this lightning storms. You will get for Oklahoma as well as you go into Saturday, and it will start all over again. And the 15% chance for tornadoes for Saturday with the update has turned into New Orleans, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Montgomery, Alabama. And again, the severe weather issue for the tornado threat for day 7 that has started now is going to be for Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Arlington, Texas. That's going to be for day 7. That's so far away they already know what's going to happen. They're going to have that surface low pressure, and it just helps create that vorticity. Now, as you check your Cape values for Friday evening going into Saturday morning for the southeast, you do see that they stay nice and strong for Louisiana, for Mississippi, even for Alabama. Once you get to around 4 p.m. for Saturday, you get a nice hot spot right in the center of Mississippi. And if you remember from what I showed you from windy.com, that is actually where the heaviest part of the rainstorm does pass by. And we're talking all the way to 4,000 joules just for that time period. So that is going to be one of the strongest moments that you will have a chance for the tornadoes. As it goes from Saturday at 4 p.m. into the evening, it does weaken away. And right when you get around 1 to 3 a.m., you will have lightning starting to come in for northern Louisiana. And right when you get around 5 a.m., that's when you saw the strongest Cape values for central Mississippi. So 5 a.m., it really looks like a good time for some storms if you're in central Mississippi. Please be aware. Then the storms will pass through New Orleans around 6 a.m. and it will go to the east. Then once you get to the afternoon, around 1 p.m., it will brew right back up again for Alabama, Georgia, and it's going to move off to the Carolinas and the Panhandle of Florida. Starting Saturday morning around 10 a.m., you see it brews up in the afternoon, goes across Alabama, goes across all the way to South Carolina with some lightning strikes, then Georgia, then it goes off to the coast. Then it's going to go down Florida a little bit with some storms and some possible lightning. So you need to be aware of that as well. 5-day outlook for rainfall. It does show that northeast Texas does get anywhere from 2 to 3 plus inches of rainfall. So does southern Arkansas, and northern Louisiana shows the heaviest spot, up to 5 inches of rainfall. So you need to be aware of that. Central Mississippi, you have a 4 inch as well, but all this red here is anywhere from 2 to 3 inches plus of rainfall. The pink is anywhere from 1 to almost 2 inches. And it will carry from Mississippi to Alabama to Georgia to South Carolina with some heavy rain. Like I said, all this red is anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. So please be aware there will be a lot of heavy rainfall coming. The day 7 outlook for the tornadoes, you can see that another surface low pressure does build up and does create storms for Texas, Oklahoma, also for Kansas, also for Arkansas, Missouri, Louisiana. It could elongate all the way up to the Midwest. This could be a real long band that goes all the way from the Midwest all the way to Texas. I did show that a few days ago. It's still showing true. And it will carry over to the south and southeast once again and create problems. So this tornado threat could stretch over to the southeast once again. So I really want to thank y'all for visiting my channel today. Thank you so much. God bless every single one of you. If you find this good information, do me a favor, hit the like, share this information. Let others know not only not going to be that cold for the southeast, so it won't kill your stuff as far as your plants go, so that's a good thing. But let them know that this new Arctic blast that could be coming again after this one. Just alert people. Help me out. Plus the tornado threat. It has increased. It even stretched over even more. And the next surface low pressure will create this again by day 7. So God bless you all. Thank you all for your help. I can't do this alone. Thank you again. Now this is a live radar exactly of what we have from the snow rainstorm that is happening in the Northeast. That way you can see what's going on, and the time of date is on the top left. It's early. I want to pray with y'all today. God bless all of you. It's the best part of my day is praying with y'all early in the morning, starting our day off right. Praise our God. Without him, we are nothing. Psalm 28. Unto thee will I cry, O Lord, my rock. Be not silent to me, lest if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit. Hear the voice of my supplications when I cry unto thee, when I lift up my hands towards thy holy oracle. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds, and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands, render to them their desert. Because they regard not the works of the Lord, nor the operation of his hands. He shall destroy them, and not build them up. Blessed be the Lord, because he hath heard the voice of my supplications. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth. And with my song will I praise him. The Lord is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Save thy people, and bless thine inheritance. Feed them also, and lift them up forever. Amen. God bless you all today. Hope you have a great day today. I know some of you are having weather. A lot of you are having temperatures. But we are alive. We have been raised again, once again, to enjoy another day. So amen to that. God bless all of you. All glory does go to God, God of Jacob. Amen.